I think we're good. I think we're good to go. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. It is September 9th, 2023, and it's like 9:20 a.m. Again, I woke up with a headache, but so I experimented. I laid back down, right? I laid back down, and the headache got worse. So I got back up. As soon as I start walking around, doing stretches and stuff, it does get slightly better. It's still there. It's right here. But yeah, laying back down for a brain tumor headache is the worst thing you can do. Right? You just gotta get up and just because the thing is your instinct is to lay down because laying down usually is a good thing. When you don't feel good, you lay down. Great. But no. Brain tumor headaches, you just gotta get up. You're gonna have to force yourself to get up, get the blood flowing, get everything moving, right? And I drank like a half a cup of water already. And I have my cup of coffee. So, yeah. That's my favorite cup, by the way. My friend bought it for me a while back. Nothing is ever black and white. Then on the other side is a zebra. Boyfriend hates this cup. He's like, he's offended by it. Love it. Love it in so many ways. It's also like the best size. It's a huge size, but it's not like enormous. Anyways, so yeah, I wake up with a headache today, right? And then for some reason, the first thing that comes to my mind is the movie Stuart Little, like the live action one with Hugh Laurie and like the little blonde kid. I don't know why, but that's the first thing that comes to my mind this morning, other than the headache, was Stuart Little, the movie, and how good it was. Because like, if you ever go back to watch it, it's like the CGI is like still pretty good for something that's so old, right? And like, I just distinctly remember the cat Snowball being very expressive and adorable, and how they made it like not it's still realistic that it's not weird that the people are interacting with this cat and mouse, but is believable. Because I'm pretty sure like it's not just CGI cat is the thing. It's a real cat that they're talking to, but then they use CGI to make the expressions look like what's going on, and or like they make the CGI to move the mouth, but like the cat is very expressive. Like there's that scene where he Snowball eats Stuart, so the parents pick him up and there's like, we don't do that, Mr. Snow. And the cat just like, what's going on? And you can tell that the cat is thinking and reacting, but it's still a real cat because they actually worked hard to like keep it realistic but have facial expressions. And I'm just thinking, compare that to like I don't know, live action Pinocchio's cat, Figaro, which is all CGI and it looks creepy as fuck and nobody likes it, right? Or how like um in live Lion King, the live action, it's all CGI cats, right? And it doesn't look as expressive, but it's not as bad. Figaro is just very creepy because it's all CGI and all trying to be cartoon expressive, right? And maybe that's also the difference is that Snowball in Stuart Little isn't cartoon expressive. It is normal cat expressive because I don't care if you hate cats or what, but cats are very expressive. You can see it in their face, right? They are thinking and they know if they did something wrong. Just like how dogs do. It's just not as extreme. Because dogs can actually smile and stuff. It's like a genetic thing. They have developed over time the ability to look like they're smiling and have eyebrows so that they better got they that it's like there's some theory about it is that dogs developed eyebrows movement and like facial expressions so that they got along better with humans because humans instinctively enjoy others that have facial expression or whatever. It's a lot of it's a scientific thing. But yeah, and I was just thinking, I was like, how is this movie, Stuart Little, that is so freaking old, that it came out when I was like, I don't even remember how old I was, right? No, you know what? Let's see. Let's what year did Stuart Little come out? Stuart movie. I'll look at the sequels. Okay, 1999. So math. 24 years ago, at least, right? Yeah, 24 years, maybe. Yeah, it's an old movie, but like the amount of effort they actually put into like making everything look believable. I think that that's the difference is that there was they wanted to make it work because it was newer technology, you know? Like you got to make new technology look good so that it can progress. Just like how Toy Story like it was they basically maxed out the ability of the programs and stuff because basically 3D graphics were a new thing. You're not going to have a fully animated 3D movie, you know, and make it like a good movie. But no, they did it. It's like now if you go back and watch Toy Story, yeah, you can tell that you can now visually see the flaws. But for that time, it looked really real. Like everything looked perfectly normal, except for Andy. All the kids look like freaks if you actually focus. Like go watch Toy Story and look at the children and the baby and Matt. It's like they all look like monsters, right? But Stuart Little, on the other hand, it I think can stand the test of time. And it's also weird to go back and watch it and see Hugh Laurie be like a nice dad that is talking to a mouse because I love Hugh Laurie. It's just like but all I see is house, you know. So, anyways, that was the first thought that came to my mind this morning is the beauty of the movie Stuart Little in terms of like uh how well its CGI has aged despite it being, you know, a 25-year-old movie, 24-year-old movie. And yeah, I don't know why I thought of that, which is, I guess, better than thinking about brain cancer and your inevitable death, right? Yeah. I think, and then, so the headaches always do make me think about, and it's a reminder of brain cancer, right? And that's a bummer. It's always a bummer to wake up with a headache. So, but oh my gosh, the coffee is working. I think coffee and moving around does help my headaches personally. Uh because my headaches could be related to just a caffeine withdrawal, right? Which I was used to getting. But the difference is caffeine withdrawal headaches shouldn't get worse from laying down, right? I don't know. I might look into that. So, yeah, my headache is better right now. I took my Keppra. I took some Bactrim, which is like an antibiotic. Um, because I've been having sniffles, and I'm feeling like I don't want to get pneumonia. So if I wake up and I'm like sniffly, yeah, I'm worried about my immune system. So I took my Bactrim, which I'm supposed to be taking it like every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but I feel like I've been neglecting it. So just in case, I took it today. I don't want to take it too much because back the antibiotics can mess with your gut biome and cause stomach problems. But I need to be taking it, so don't take my advice. It's just if your doctor is prescribing you medicine, you're supposed to be taking it and not half-assing it like I am. Um, but yeah, today is basically a rant on current status of my headaches from brain cancer and also the beauty of the Stuart Little movie. And also I was thinking what was it? Damn it. Forgot. Um so the thing with having brain cancer, you're going to think about, your death and what happens after you die. And then my issue for a good portion of it was I have not personally achieved anything, you know, worthwhile. I haven't made an impact on the world yet. And the fact that I will just be forgotten once anybody that knew me is dead. And I'm just like thinking, you know what? I shouldn't think of it like that because in reality, even if I were to live another 70 years, I'm still probably not going to make a big impact on the world, I'll just be happier to have lived longer, right? But I shouldn't think of my existence as something that needs to be remembered by others. That's very like egotistical. Like, oh, I want to be remembered by people. I want to make an impact on the world. Um no, it's not like that because in reality, no matter how big you get in the world, if I was the most popular person in like television, like I was a big time movie star. The only difference would be is that there's just more people, you know, that would know my existence. But I was watching some old Vsauce videos, and it's like everything is eventually going to be forgotten, right? Like details are going to be skipped out, and no matter how much information we have on somebody, their existence is going to be forgotten in some sense, right? Because even the biggest people that have died, right? We don't actually know them. We don't know who they really were. Even people like we have like Elvis and Michael Jackson, but it's like we know that they had good songs and that they were good singers, but then we also just remember like negative things about them. It's just like and then like no one's talking every day about Michael Jackson and Elvis. Eventually, they're just going to be people that used to exist and whatever. Like once their family members are gone, not going to matter too much. Like in the big scheme of things, no matter how impactful you are to the world, you're gonna become obsolete, right? Mind you, Michael Jackson and Elvis probably made a huge impact on the music industry as it is today, right? Like, but how much is that gonna remain in like 100 years? Because, like, even today, do we really remember and know people that existed 100 years ago? Like, how much? Like, a very select few people are important enough that we know about them 100 years. Like Nikola Tesla, you know, is someone that was somewhat impactful in a way, right? But we, as of today, only actually a lot of people don't even know that Elon Musk's company, or technically Tesla, just the company itself, is named after Nikola Tesla. And that's how it is. Like, we don't, not everybody is gonna know just because you're someone that is impactful in history. If you're like, if you were Nikola Tesla and your legacy has been reduced to an overpriced car company, I mean, it's like, I guess, is that something you would want? I don't know. I want to ask him. It's like, look, we named a car company after you because they're electric cars. He'd just be like, um, so it could be worse. It's like, is it so important to make an impact on the world and be remembered? Because I think that's what Alfred Nobel and a lot of people were thinking about, is like the things they did and created. Like, I think Alfred Nobel made dynamite, and that's why he made the Nobel Prize. Is that I think the story goes that his obituary was accidentally released, and the fact that people viewed him so negatively impacted him to change his ways and like make a difference that is positive, you know. um and I don't know what my point was, but you honestly can't control how people remember you or if they're going to remember, because eventually people are going to, you're going to be lost in this huge, this blur of humanity. There's so many people on earth and we're all dying every day, right? And most of us are going to be forgotten to time, right? So I'm chosen to not view it as like a bad thing. If I don't need to make an impact on the world, right? But I am doing these vlogs just so somebody out there might relate to what I'm talking about. That's my main reason for, and also just to complain about brain cancer, because brain cancer sucks. And not a very cohesive video. We went from brain cancer headaches to Stuart Little to existentialism. But anyways, I think that's enough ranting. My headache is fading from the coffee, so it's something to experiment if you're having brain cancer headaches, I guess. Get up, make coffee. If that works for you, good. If it makes it worse, it's you don't have a caffeine headache at all. I think I literally have a mixture of brain cancer headache with caffeine headache. So I think the getting up and taking a walk would definitely help your headache. It's just, I think moving around and making your body do things is the way to go. Now, if you're in the situation where, like me, where you can't even go outside to take a walk, I mean, it does suck. But hopefully you have like a friend or like a dog that'll go with you for your walk. But yeah, my train of thought is just everywhere. I'm in a good mood today, though. Anyways, thank you for watching. And I will be back whenever I feel like it. I think I'm just going to be recording every day pretty much, but we'll see.